What's going on with it, y'all? We're back with another video.
No, I was doing that because I had to sneeze. Sorry, and you know when your nose like.
Oh, you still got to sneeze?
I don't know. Okay, I don't think I do. Sorry.
Right, yeah, y'all. What's going on? We're back with another video. She had to sneeze apparently.
Hey guys. Yeah.
So in today's video, we want to talk about some things that we like and dislike about pregnancy collectively. So what we're gonna do is she's gonna say something that she likes, and then I'm gonna say something I like, something that she dislikes, something that I dislike. And
five.
Five. Hopefully, you know. Whatever. That's the thing about living in the city. You always start hearing sirens and all that. I feel like I do that every video. Every video we do, something is going on in the background.
Oh yeah.
But y'all, like Junior's almost here. Like 2 months from him being here as of today. You know what I'm saying?
As of the 17th.
Yeah, exactly. As of the 17th. It's the 20th today, but he should be here. The due date is January 17th. That's 2 months from now. Like it's November 20th today. Thanksgiving and all that coming up. My birthday is coming up. So we about to be 29. It's crazy. It's crazy. Time be going by fast, bro. This has been a journey for us. Like when we first decided to have a child, we was like, okay, this and that. You never know what's gonna happen throughout the journey. That's the beauty of life. Life is so unpredictable sometimes, but it's power in that. It's a lot of things that she thought she was gonna experience during pregnancy that she ended up not experiencing, right? Totally different. It's a lot of things that I thought I was going to feel, a lot of emotions that I thought I was going to feel when going throughout this pregnancy with her that I ended up not feeling. Totally different emotions. It's a lot of things that we like and it's a lot of things that we dislike. So you want to start with some of the things that you like?
Yes.
She said yes.
Some of the things the first thing that that I like would be the love you receive when you're pregnant. Yeah. And I was telling you about sometimes you receive love from people you don't want to receive love from. People that come back into your life that you X'd out a long time ago for very good reasons, trying to be in your business, hearing that you have a baby on the way. Because this is our first child, so everybody's excited. And people didn't think that we would have kids for some reason. Yeah. Because we were like so focused on life and real estate and this and making something happen, you know, in life. So for some reason, people didn't think that we would have kids. I think it's because we didn't have them early on like everybody else.
Yeah, we were just focused on becoming something. I know I was like for the betterment of my early 20s and my mid 20s. I've just always been ambitious. I'm still ambitious, but I was very focused on, you know, creating something and making something of myself. And kids were always like on the backbone. I would always say stuff like, "Oh yeah, I will have kids when I'm successful." As we said before in our previous videos, that's kind of like the wrong way to think about it. I think honestly, you should just knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to go on a tangent, but knock it out, y'all. Don't knock it out at 16 and 15. You know what I'm saying? Don't knock it out that early. But if you are in your mid-20s, coming up on your late 20s, and you don't really have everything figured out, you know, sometimes having a child has a way of making you figure things out. And that sounds weird. Like, you don't want to bring a child in this world where you don't have everything figured out. But here's the thing. You're never going to have everything figured out. And you don't want to become 40 years old, late 30s, and have a child. Not that that's a bad thing, but if you can have a child early, be able to experience life with your child, the highs and lows, right? You guys are going to see us. Man, we're in the studio apartment right now. You guys are going to see us naturally gravitate to a 1-bedroom, then a 2-bedroom, then a mansion, all these different things, but with our child and not just by ourselves. And I think that's the way to do it.
Right, he's right. And as far as like the love stuff, like you receive so much love when you're pregnant. Yeah. Well, God willing, because I know there's people out there that have like terrible pregnancies and they don't feel loved and stuff. And my heart goes out to those people because I've been pretty blessed and thankful. But a lot of the women in my family, they were struggling in their pregnancies. The man wasn't around, wasn't going to their appointments and stuff like that. So I thank him all the time. Like, thank you so much for coming to appointments. Thank you so much for helping me tie my shoes and stuff like that. And he's like, I'm supposed to do this. Like, why are you thanking me? And I'm like, because I've never seen it before.
Yeah, you know what? And that, like, going through this pregnancy, I'm a good dude, right? I'm a good Nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I have to realize that, like, that isn't normal. Like, sadly, and I'm not even gonna say for the black community, but I didn't have too many experiences. Like, it's like when most of our children are born, the dad isn't there. A lot of them are locked up. Like, it's so many different instances. I don't care from what background you come from. Dad is either in jail or he's not there. So for the dudes out there, man, give yourself some props. Give yourself a pat on the back for being there and like experiencing the pregnancy with your woman, because that's not normal for a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes, it's easy for them to lay up and go get it, right? But when it comes time for you to support that woman throughout her pregnancy and go to each and every one of those appointments and give her boob massages and rub her stomach and make her breakfast and actually be there, cheer her up when she gets sad about pregnancy, because that's gonna happen, right? Like, this is new. Like, you're with a child, you're gonna gain weight, your face is gonna get a little bit more chunkier. All those different things a woman is like feeling kind of like self-conscious about. So you gotta be there and be like, hey, you, like, I be telling her all the time when she be like, oh, I'm getting big. I'm like, you got an excuse, you're pregnant, right?
Aww.
Or I ain't gonna lie, like, on a more personal note, like when we have sex, for instance, I'll be telling her like that's a very attractive, like being able to have sex with a woman that's a particular woman that's with child, and not only with child, carrying my baby.
You do say that.
Yeah, like that's very attractive to me. Like, wow, like this woman is carrying my son right now. Like, I think that's very attractive, me personally. Maybe it's weird, but maybe it isn't. You know what I'm saying? So,
Aww.
yeah, that's not normal, y'all. For the dudes out there, for you to be there supporting your woman throughout pregnancy, it seems like it's something that you guys should be doing, but not a lot of dudes do it. Like, I seen my sister. My sister didn't have a dude there with her during pregnancy. A lot of women out there are going through pregnancy alone rather than being with their dude that conceived with them, and that's a sad thing. So for the ones that are there, much props to you guys.
Yeah, I guess that would be another thing about pregnancy.
But you guys do experience a lot of love.
Slow down.
You guys do experience a lot of love. I think a lot of women say that all the time, like they like being pregnant because dudes are just nicer to them or something.
Oh yeah, I feel like people are nicer, checking on you and stuff. But your family has always been nice and loving towards me. Like, it's funny because he was fussing about how his mom would call him and be like, "Hey, what's going on? How's Shania doing?" He's like, "What about me?"
Yeah.
But they're very loving and stuff, always making sure that I'm eating and I'm checking on me and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it.
I was just thinking about something I like. It's kind of inappropriate that this is a family channel, but we all grown. I ain't gonna lie, the sex.
Oh my gosh, that's a whole other topic.
The sex, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Pregnant sex is some of the best sex.
That's what they say.
Like, I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, wow, like, yeah. Coochie be a lot better pregnant. I'm serious, y'all. For the dudes out there, I'm sorry. Like, I just thought about that when we were just talking about like the whole sex thing. Like, for the dudes out there, yeah, sex is a lot better when you're having it with your pregnant woman versus. And I'm not trying to say it's bad when they're not pregnant. It's like good. It's still good, right? But I know ever since she's been pregnant, it's been a lot better. Like, very hard to hold. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's crazy because it's like a pro and a con, because it's like people love pregnant sex, but then it's like women don't want to have sex when they're pregnant like as often. I've been working on that because belly, I be like, I feel big. Like,
she don't really want to do it as often as she wants.
I be wanting to get on top. I be like, ugh, it's in my big.
Yeah, she be doing too much. But that's very manly of me to say. That's one thing I have liked since being pregnant. Okay, what's one thing you dislike?
Oh, you did just say you did like that. We only did like what, 2-3 likes.
Yeah.
Dislike the changes that your body goes through. Some like my coochie most of all. Like how they say your urethra opens during pregnancy. It be itching. I'm like, what is? And then when I be shaving, I'd be like, why is my coochie stinging after I shave? Because that never used to happen. And I swear I'm not cutting myself. And I'm like, is it just sensitive? Because it be stinging when I shave.
He shaves a lot.
That's not what it is. Because any other time I shave every other day and it don't be stinging. And so that part, and then increased discharge, I have to wash my coochie like 3-4 times a day. Like, that's annoying, but it's worth it, you know, for Junior. And when he gets here, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be like, okay, that little stuff that I was going through to get you here, like, this is the biggest blessing ever. Like, it's worth it, but that be annoying, like the changes your body is going through.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's different for other women, but like even with my boobs, they haven't been like sore often. I feel like they're sore every once in a blue moon, and he gives me boob massages, so I'm thankful. But yeah, definitely physically, like my back started hurting a few weeks ago. I'm like, oh, here comes the back pain. But
yeah, I've noticed that. Like, I've noticed the experiences in her body. It's been funny kind of noticing it because she's more active. It's funny because like before she was pregnant, she was always the one that would be in front. I would be the one chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling. She's always on the go. Like, hey, we got places to be, so let's go. Let's catch the bus on time. Let's be where we have to be in time. But now, since she's been pregnant, I find out that, especially going towards the later months, like, you know, like right now, 2 months before we're about to have our baby, I know that she's trolling a lot more now. I'll be walking, you know what I'm saying? Thinking she right beside me. I'll look back, she way back there.
He be like, you gotta stay home. You're not coming out here.
Yeah, but one thing I dislike, I'll say, was her like food aversions.
Ugh.
And she can talk about that as well. But her food aversions, like when your woman is pregnant, for those who don't know, for those who haven't experienced this yet, it's gonna be a lot of things that you guys used to like together that she doesn't like anymore, but you still like. And in our case, it was chicken, right? That's very typical for black people to like chicken, but we ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, I like chicken. Like I work out, you know, I keep up with myself, and chicken is one of the cheapest proteins that you could buy to really build muscle. So for a while, I would always eat chicken. I would pop it in our air fryer. I love the air fryer, y'all. Get you an air fryer. That's game right there. Get you an air fryer, pop that chicken up in there, pop that steak up in there, give it about 10, 15 minutes, and it will be well done. You know what I'm saying? Bomb. Mm-hmm. So, but the thing about it, us being in this small studio, when I put the chicken up in there, it'll have the whole studio smell like chicken. And, like, she wasn't messing with chicken, so it would be a time where when I cook the chicken, she would be complaining, like, bro, like, that stinks. And I would try to do it like 3 or 4 hours ahead of time. I'll cook the chicken, wake up in the morning, cook the chicken in the morning, and she'll be at work. It'll be about 3 or 4 hours until she gets off of work, and she'll get home, and it'll still be smelling like chicken. So that was annoying. I'm like, bro, these food aversions is killing me. It was like a point, I think, for like a whole 1 or 2 months that I didn't eat chicken. I would have to make her steak and stuff. Or ground beef. She hates ground beef too. Like, that was another thing that she didn't like. So you say ground beef, chicken, those are some of the biggest proteins that I have to just kind of get rid of. I haven't cooked ground beef, y'all, in months. Like, I got some turkey ground beef up in there just because she doesn't like regular, like, lean ground beef anymore. So that was something I disliked that I ended up having to get used to. Don't get me wrong, I still cook my chicken, but I find myself cooking more steak nowadays than I do chicken.
It's bearable now. Remember, at that time, my senses were very heightened.
Yeah.
So now they're still heightened, but they're not as bad. Like, it's bearable. That back then it was unbearable, which is crazy how our bodies work and stuff.
Right.
Women are so powerful, women and men. But like, just like with this pregnancy, seeing what I can do and my capabilities as a woman, I'm like, whoa, this is creepy. I was just telling him about how one day we were walking and I smelled something. I said, is that some fried rice I smell? And I was like, I want some. And then like other foods and stuff, like even with chicken, I think Chipotle, we were like a few blocks from Chipotle.
Yeah.
And I said, is that some chicken? And I said, we got to go the other way. I don't want to smell this. It's really annoying, not just for me, but for him too. And then we had to throw away a bunch of food too, because one day I would be like, I want this thing. Then we would buy it. That same day I would open it and eat it. I'd be like, this is disgusting. That phase, like where your taste buds are not taking in anything, like even the stuff that you thought that you loved, there's a lot of stuff that I used to like that I don't even eat anymore because of the pregnancy. And I pray to God that after this is all said and done, I can eat those things again. But now I don't like them. But Yeah, that's another thing.
That's a dislike for you.
Oh, the food aversions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for women to try to be flexible with your men when it comes to like the smells and stuff like that. It was hard for me to be flexible for with him, and I feel bad because I'm like, get this shit out of here. I don't want to smell it. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, if I let him cook it, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna smell it, and I'm gonna be feeling sick and disgusted. But if we have more kids, which I'm sure we will, and that happens again, I'm gonna try my hardest to be flexible so that he can cook certain things and doesn't
Yeah.
have to completely like get rid of it or not cook it for months, because he was on a diet and stuff like that. So I have to respect that.
It'd be different though. Just like I said, we're in this studio apartment, so like our damn our stove is right there. Like I can literally jump over there and I'll be right at the stove. You know
Dramatic.
what I'm saying? No, for real though. So it's right there. But I know for a fact when we have our second kid, before we have our second kid, and you guys are gonna be along with us on this journey, we're gonna have a bigger spot. So it ain't gonna be as intense as it is here than it will be, at the next spot. You feel me? Are we going back to the things we like? What's another thing you like?
Oh, you can do likes.
I can start with the like, and then you can do your like.
Okay, that's fine.
One thing I like is the hustle that you acquire, like I'll say the increase of ambition that you acquire, or not acquire, but that you acquire when you find out you're about to have a child, right? When you find out you're gonna have a child, if you're not an F boy, if you somebody that actually wants to make a difference in your family tree and you want to be the best dad you can be, then you will naturally start to get these increased feelings of want to like do better than you seen growing up, right? In every which way. It doesn't always have to be, oh, I want to make sure I give my child everything I didn't have material wise, right? No, like I find myself wanting to go out there and hustle more. I find myself wanting to go to the gym and take care of myself more. So when our child gets here, I'm not just fat and sloppy and out of energy. I want to be able to keep up with my child. I always said when our child gets here, or any day I had a child, I want to be able to go to his school and they be like, who is it? Who is him? Is that your dad? You know what I'm saying? He looks in shape and all that. I want to be going to the track and being able to run with my child and actually be active, participate in all the active activities and stuff that he has going on. And the only way you can do that is by taking care of yourself. I find myself wanting to go out there and make more money and be able to have the resources to give him everything he wants. And that's one thing I like about pregnancy. It's like you're not thinking about yourself anymore. You're thinking about your family now, right? Mm-hmm. It's like I'm not thinking about what I want or what I need. I'm thinking about what they need and what they want. And that forces me to be like, okay, cool. I'm tired right now, but let me get in an extra 2 hours to get this money because I got people depending on me. And I love that.
Aww. For me, one thing that I really like, that I love actually, is how responsive Junior is to his Papa Bear.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I'm like, is he your favorite?
Yeah.
So he'll rub my belly and Junior will just start kicking and moving, or he'll talk to my belly and stuff, and Junior is like very interactive with him. I think it's so cute. I can already tell when he's born, he's gonna gravitate towards him.
Yeah.
Cause we always talk about how dads be giving the baby back to the mom, cause when the mom gives the baby to the dad, the baby start crying and screaming and stuff like that. We definitely don't want that type of like parenthood or whatever the word is. I want to be able to hand the baby to him and the baby not crying stuff. And babies are really smart. They recognize their parents' voices and stuff when they're in the womb and stuff. So yeah, that's very cute. I'm like, oh,
that's really cute. Like that just happened earlier this morning. He'll be moving, or sometimes he won't be moving, right? It'll be one of those days where he's just not moving. She'll be like, Junior, are you alive up in there? Right? And I'll like kiss her stomach or put my warm hand. I'm always warm for some reason. I'll put my warm hand on her stomach and all of a sudden he's kicking now. It's kind of like he knows his dad is here. And that's an amazing sight to see, y'all. When you start, this is something I like, but I'm not going to include it in the list, but it is something I like. Well, I'll include it. like one thing I like is seeing the evolution of pregnancy. Like it's amazing to see something that starts this tiny, right? And just grows and blossoms into this beautiful bundle of joy that starts kicking and moving. It's crazy. Like you really start to say there is a God. Like my mom always told me that. She was like, "Oh yeah, you can be an atheist. You can't believe in a higher power, right? But when you start seeing that baby form inside you and you start seeing life form inside you and life come out of like your woman, you start to say there is something higher and greater that's controlling all of this." And seeing that's one thing I really love is just being able to see a human being that you had parts in creating, like grow and start moving and start being active and start kind of like communicating with you. And you seeing the ultrasounds and you're seeing their little tiny head and hands grow. It's an amazing thing to see, y'all. It's something that I think everybody should experience at least once in their lifetime, at least once. So go ahead and do it before it's too late. It's one thing I like.
That's true.
But going on to something I dislike, and we can kind of cut it right here because we don't need to make it too big or too much, right?
Okay.
Too long.
I was looking at you through there. Sorry.
Oh, for real?
I know you were looking at me to the side. I was looking at you through there.
One thing I dislike, y'all, is it kind of coincides with what I said earlier, as far as like there's always a yin and yang to a situation.
And it was my turn, by the way. But you
Oh,
can
it
go
is?
ahead. You already were talking about, I think, a like that you had. So then it would have been my turn. And then
You have time for a like or a dislike?
dislike. But
Oh,
you
go.
can
You go.
No, you go ahead. No, I don't want you to forget. I was being smart.
I was just saying, one thing I dislike is not being able to kind of like be selfish with myself. I'm not a selfish person, right? I'm selflessness. I would rather,
You're selfless.
or I said selflessness.
Slow down. You said I'm selflessness.
I'm not selfish, right? Like I would rather give before I take for myself, and like you can't. It'll be times where I want to bust a move with some of my money. Like, hey, I'm about to go buy this. I'm about to invest in this. I'm never buying something for myself just to be buying something for myself. Every time I'm buying something, it's like to invest in something, to bring back something. Like, invest in this and make this. But you can't think in those terms anymore. It's like I can't go spend $2,000 on something, although I think it's a great investment, although I think it's gonna bring back money. I gotta think more now that we're having a child because anything can happen. Life is very unpredictable. I can go spend $2,000 and now next thing you know, Junior needs something.
Right.
So that part of me is kind of like left now that we're having a child. I feel like I'm not gonna be as risky anymore. When you don't have anyone depending on you, you are allowed to be as risky as you want to be, right? Because it's just you and the person you're with. But I really feel like, although you shouldn't be that risky with even when you're with somebody, but I feel like when you're with a child, they are a priority. They are now a priority over some of the things that you want to do as far as when it comes to like the resources and the money. And sometimes I kind of fear that, like, dang, bro, I hope I don't lose that risk in me, like that throw it all on the line and see what happens type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because that, I feel like, is what made me me. Like, I'm just that type of person that's willing to throw it all in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And make something happen. If something happens, it happens. But I believe in myself so much. She always says that. Like, I know something's going to happen when I put up that initial risk. But now I find out since we've been, like, expecting a child, I'm second thinking about taking a risk. And it wasn't like that before. Before it was like, bro, I'm doing this and I don't care what happens. I know I'm going to come out on the winning side because I know who I am as a person. Now it's like, oh, okay, dang, should I do this? Oh, no, I ain't going to do it. We got a child coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I dislike that a lot, but it comes with the territory.
Oh, I think that's actually a good thing. Like, just think about the people that have kids and still go and buy $100 Jordans and you know, expensive stuff. I don't think that's really taking a risk, but well, yeah, it is, because what if you gotta use that $500 you pay for some Jordans to pay for the rent to have a roof over your kid's head and stuff like that. So I think that's actually a good thing that you're thinking about that stuff.
Yeah,
and I think in the future,
it's like these scooters. Like, not to cut you off, I got two scooters up in here. One of these scooters is like $4,000 and the other one is like $2,200. I bought those way before we This is like what early 2022, 2000, late 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I bought those before having a child was even in the picture. If that was today, it's no way in hell I would spend $4,000 on a scooter or $2,000 on a scooter. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be like, I bought these scooters to do DoorDash and Uber Eats. I was like, okay, if I buy these scooters, I'm going to get the money back, which I feel like I have gotten the money back over a period of time by doing these gig economy apps. But at that time, it was an investment. Let me buy these scooters so that I can ride these scooters, be more efficient, do more orders in less time, not have to ride my bike around the city and be winded and tired by the time I get home, right? Be more efficient, and these scooters will pay for themselves. But there's no way that now, if I had $4,000, $2,000, $3,000, I would have bought these because I'm automatically gonna be like, okay, although it's a risk I'm taking and it's an investment, I need this money put to the side for Junior or whatever my family needs. And that's again something I dislike because prior to us finding out we were gonna have a child, I'd have just, man, here, give me the scooter, bro. I'm gonna make that money back with the door, that whatever, right? But it's not like that anymore.
And you have Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Remember you had
Bitcoin.
the cryptocurrency.
I made money off of Bitcoin though. I put some money. No, it wasn't Bitcoin. It was Ethereum, which is like a cryptocurrency. I put that money into Ethereum. It went up. Put like 1,200 into it. I got like 1,700 back off of that. Sold it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do 2 dislikes because I gotta go potty.
Okay.
But the first dislike would be people trying to sneak into your life. I kind of mentioned that earlier at the beginning. But people trying to sneak into your life when they find out you have a baby on the way and they feel like they're entitled to be in your child's life. I really don't like that at all, especially because it's people that I'm not cool with for valid reasons, but they feel like they should be entitled to be in our child's life, even if they don't want to respect me, don't want to respect him. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to that?
No, I agree. Yeah. People think just because, like, not even people, we're going to say, like, grandparents.
True.
Like, and other people. It can be friends, it can be associates, it could be cousins, family members, family, and period. Like, family just period. Like, they think they're entitled to be in your child's life. It's like, it could be somebody that you ain't talked to in years. They find that you're having a child. Oh, how's everything going? I'm going to start getting the kid gifts. With all due respect, bro, stay where you at. Like, you ain't been here. Like, why do you want to be here now? Like, that's weird. That's the weirdest thing in the world. You can literally go months without talking to somebody. They find out that you're having a child, and all of a sudden they want to be in your life now. It's like you're gonna experience a lot of fake love, and just tell those people to stay where they're at, bro.
Absolutely. That and another thing would be not being able to exercise.
Oh yeah.
He don't be letting me exercise. I'll be like, can I come to the gym with you? Can I just walk on the treadmill like for a few minutes or something? And he'd be like, no, I don't want you doing all of that right now. I gotta respect it because it's his baby too. But I get my walking in, like when I do Uber Eats and stuff. I try to make sure that every day I do some type of activity and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, because the midwife told her she don't want to be bending over and doing all this stuff. Like, she be want to do jump roping and stuff. Like, I'd be like, you got to chill out on that.
Oh, yeah.
So, when we do go downtown and we be doing orders and all that, she'll get her exercise in that way. Plus, I be going to the gym at like 4 and 5 a.m. in the morning. I just be wanting her to get her sleep, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't really like working out like in the evening, obviously, because everybody and their mama gonna be at the gym. So literally. I try to get it in like around this time, like right now, like 8, 9, 10 a.m. in the morning on a weekday when you know everybody else is at work. You know, everybody's gonna try to get their workout in the morning between 5 and 6, which is why I try to go at like 5 or 4:30. Yeah. So I don't be wanting her waking up that early. But she gotta pee, y'all. So we appreciate the love and these videos. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you guys can share some things that you liked and disliked during your first pregnancy, right? Keywords, first pregnancy. And yeah, you talk, we speak. We catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
You say you talk, we speak? What?
You guys talk to us, we talk back.
Oh, okay. That makes
that's
it. Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of you, like, don't just watch our videos and not, like, we like talking to you guys. Like, when you comment, notifications get sent to both of our phones, whether it's hers first or mine's first, and if I get to it first, I'll comment. If she gets to it first, she'll comment. And we just like talking to you guys about this whole little thing we're doing right now. So, yeah, don't be afraid to comment and talk to us and give us some tips and tricks, or maybe some game, or share some information about the journey that you're experiencing right now with your own pregnancy. And yeah, we'll talk back to you.